Today I'm going to talk to you about the Plank Golem. The Plank Golem is the wooden golem that you get at the start of the game. These things are only really useful at the start of the game to fight off cobblestone golems or other people also using plank golems. You can use these to force target the enemy commander, and they might kill a player, but if a player, all you have to do if a player does that to you, as you're running, just strafe left and right. That's it. And they will always miss. Sometimes maybe add some jumps in there, and they will always miss their shots. That is how you counter the Plank Golem as a player. Don't run up to a big pile of them and start trying to slash them. They'll just shoot you and kill you. Now, let me demonstrate how weak these things actually are. They're one of the weakest units you can build. They also deal very terrible damage to structures. They deal decent damage to the starting units, but not so much everything else. So let's look at the enemy base. The enemy base has... They've got some creepers. They've got some archers over here, kind of in the corner. And I have... What is this? 38. I think this is 38. Let's see, I can command at least 20 there, but we're going to charge all 38 into the enemy base, and just watch how fast these things die. You know, just sending them in, they should attack everything on sight. Here we go. We got 4 archers out front, 2 in the back, and look, just watch my count drop here. All right, so let's just charge them in. So we're already down to 32 from 38. You can see that I'm not really hurting their base much. Every time one of their skeleton archers shoots, it just one-shots them. These things are just getting taken out left and right. And they're attacking, their AI attacks the wall, so I can force them to attack the archers, except they're on the building, so I can't target the archers. Which means if I tell them to force fire and not, you know, attack move, they're just going to attack the building, so... also, they're decent at killing piglins. You can see here, you know, if we shoot piglins, they take piglins out pretty easily, at least the little baby ones. But other than that, they don't really do much. And we're down to 9 of these now. They're just getting mowed down by the archers. We have 8 left. Let's tell them to charge the archer line. 8 of these versus 3 or 4 or 5 archers. So, they're shooting, but they're shooting the wall because their AI is ridiculously stupid. Now, like I said, these are only used early game when you're fighting the cobblestone golems. Like, if the enemy sends like 20 cobblestone golems that you're building early in the game, then yeah, you have to build plank golems and send them against it, and they will clean them up nice and easy. But other than that, they are a pretty weak unit. You can have them chase the enemy commander around early game. The only real use is that when you're out going to the piglin camps at the very start of the game to farm prismarine, if the enemy builds plank golems first and you build cobblestone golems, then he can prevent you from farming until you also get plank golems and fight him off. It becomes kind of like a PvP match. Whereas later in the game, every other unit kills the plank golem, alright? Let me just show you. The grindstone golem will completely decimate an entire army of plank golems instantly. The zombies will never die to the plank golems. They're too tanky. The skeletons will just mow them down. A few creepers will blow all of them up. Warriors will actually take some damage, but warriors have a cleaving attack. It's kind of slow, but they can still kill the plank golems, no problem. The firsts, they just bounce off the firsts. Like the oak and stone will kill them immediately, whereas diorite and brick will slam the ground if there's no allies around. So, again, like plank golems, completely... pointless. Don't even bother building them. Yeah, if it's the start of the game and you have a lot of lapis and you have plenty of prismarine being farmed, go ahead and pop some out and send them to the enemy and just to waste their time. Maybe add a little bit of pressure. But you absolutely do not need these to kill piglins. Just slash them with your sword. Early game, you don't need them to fight piglins. You only need them if the enemy also builds them. That's it. So... or, like, if the enemy, you know, if you have someone farming at one camp, and you go to the other camp and the enemy is there farming, yeah, build some plank golems at the start, and then send them off to the enemy, and try to kill his golems, and try to kill his commanders, and that will delay his prismarine farm. That's it. That's the only real purpose of these things. Other than that, if your base is being attacked, sure, build a bunch, you know, have a back and forth. The enemy will also build a bunch, and then it's just whoever forgets to... farm some wood, you know, is the first to lose. That's essentially all it is. But you know, we can try sending another wave here. How many archers do they have now? Looks like they got like 5 archers out front and a couple creepers. Well, gee, I bet if I send 20 of these, you know, maybe maybe we'll have a chance. Maybe, you know, the only way these work is with overwhelming numbers, okay? So, let's just send them, let's just charge them in. They should shoot the archers this time, because the archers are in front of the walls. And down they go. They're starting to get picked off. And, they're still not fighting, because they have really bad AI, but I also got shot by the dang skeletons. There we go. And if you're wondering why skeletons are hitting me so hard, it's because of damage escalation. Whenever a match is ongoing for a long amount of time, units start dealing more damage so that you can't turtle up. So these plank golems are actually dealing a tremendous amount of damage that they normally wouldn't do at the start of the game. So just to show you, I'm going to have them force fire that cannon, and then I'm going to maybe have them, well, they're dead. The creepers got them. Kabloom. Kablamzo. That creeper didn't have a big splash radius. Here, I'm going to summon a bunch, and I'm just going to show you how long it takes for them to kill a tower whenever damage escalation is in play. So like I said, these plank golems are dealing tremendously high amounts of damage right now, because this match has been going on for hours, because I've been using it to film videos on. So we have 20, and we're gonna tell it to kill the scatter tower, which is, you know, much lower health than the regular tower. But we're just gonna send them in, and there they go. They're shooting the tower. Remember, they're dealing extra damage, so that actually didn't take very long. But normally these things would take forever. I'll tell you right now, if I built cobblestone golems, they would have killed it so much faster. I'll even do it with a regular tower. I'll just build like 4. And okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare with one more. All right, let's go kill a normal tower now with the regular golems here. And it's so much faster. These little buggers are strong. There they go. I think they're dying to the towers. Well, and the archers. The skeleton archers aren't having any of it. Especially not with me. Shooting me too. But you get the point, okay? Plank golems. Use them early game. Use them if there's nothing else. If you just want to flood the enemy with a bunch of trash units to keep them busy. I mean, they only cost wood. They cost 15 wood and 2 lapis. Like, 15 wood is easy. You just, you know, go gather some wood. There you go. And, you know, you get 1 to 3 wood per allay on a wood structure. So that means it only takes, like, maybe 1 or 2 seconds per allay to spawn one of these. Again, very cheap units. But even if I had these force fire on, well, I can't because the archers. Go, attack, fight. Oh, look at it. They ran into melee range before that one engaged. They're so dumb. I mean, you know, you want to love them, but you can't. They're just too pathetic. They do like no, like I'll let's spawn 100 of them. Let's go. Let's send them in. Now, I don't know about 100, but yeah, we can just use 100 and focus fire down the main building. Why not? They don't deal a lot of damage to structures, even with damage escalation active right now. Alright, here we go. We've got the plank golems ready. Are you ready, plank golems? I even have more at home, you know, using the diorite trick so I can go over the supply cap. And there's still a few that I didn't get to command, but they are charging in now. And you would think this amount would just be like game over, right? Alright, get in there. Everyone charge. Look, some of them are just like deciding they don't want to. Alright, I mean, look at this. This is just a machine gun. And, you know, they're kind of hitting the main base now. They're dealing some damage. Alright, back up everybody. I don't want to end the match yet. I still got more videos to make. Y'all gotta back off. Okay. They're not, these ones aren't listening for some reason, so we gotta tell them to back it up a bit. And there we go. The archers can have some target practice. But that is plank golems. They're great in large numbers and early game, but late game not so much. I don't know why I'm parkouring these trees, but there you go. If you found the video enjoyable, if you found the video knowledgeable, let me know. If you have any questions, I read every comment, so don't be afraid to ask a question in the comment section. With that said, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the next video, and on the right side of your screen is a video you should absolutely click. If you click it, you're gonna have an easy day at school tomorrow, that's for sure. If it's summertime, then whenever you go to school. If you're out of school and you're a grown man, then I don't know, maybe an easy time at your job. There you go.